Trying to get the camera a bit closer without it falling off the edge and not be too dark. So what I've got is I've got the earth up here at the moment, and what I want to do is put the cable, my wire, directly on top. So just bear with me if I try and get that done. I just need some long nose pliers, and I just need to bring the yellow through and up and across the top, basically bending it over like so without burning yourself. This is the problem with the camera again, it's where I need to be, but what we can do is just bend that around so the cables are basically going to go straight one on the other like so. Not burn through the plastic on there. That's more or less where I want it. So let's put a bit of solder on the end of here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And I'm bringing that in line. Solder one part to the other, and because we've tinned it, that will not fall off under vibration. And what I've done is, unfortunately it's blue, not yellow, but this is shrink wrap. I'm just sliding that through. What I'm trying to do is get it right over all of the cable. It won't matter anyway, because I'm going to put some epoxy on it anyway, so it shouldn't short down anyway. So I'm just bringing that around over the top like so. That'll be good enough. And then just put some heat on here, shrink it down. I just use the soldering iron, but you can use a flame, a heat gun. In fact, let me use the heat gun. As soon as I've got it, I never seem to use it. So I just need to kill the soldering iron for a minute. Bring the heat gun out. I'll set this to 100. I'll find the plug-in, which is in that hand. Right. Have to switch it on. I want it 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've set it to 100. And all I'm going to do there is just shrink wrap. Don't take much. Literally, I don't know if you can see that shrinking. I can. About 120. Right, that'll take a while to cool down. All we need to do is dress our cable back around, like so. Take that back around that way, and it just needs pulling back slightly. It's disappeared into the sheath just about. That's it. There we go, that's off now. And what I'm trying to do now is get these cables in this grey sheath basically to sit flush. So I probably will need to pull the yellow back slightly around the edge. Nope, it's going to have to go on the inside like that. So that to me would be fine. That wouldn't catch anywhere. Yeah, and what I've done is I've just cut a channel out there. Where's my little pointer? So I've cut a channel out there so the cable can't get chaffed and broken, and that can now go in. This is miles too long, but I always leave it too long to start with because we can't judge where our cabling is going to go. So what I'm doing is keeping my finger on there at the moment, so it's not going in the back, not being pulled out of place and going in flat. And what we could do with is our bolts out, and of course they're dead tight, aren't they? So let's get me 10mm socket out. 9, 10. Because we know we haven't over tightened them, we can put our screwdriver attachment on, take these out. And if you remember, because we've already timed this engine, all we're looking for is the trigger point to align there, and we'll be 100% lined up. Number 2, number 3 should be there somewhere. I can't see it. There you go. So if I just put my hand again on the back of that cable, because I don't want it getting caught anywhere. And that's nice and flat, it's not getting caught anywhere. Just rotate it, you know it's not going to get caught. And we'll stick our bolts in very loosely with our screwdriver attachment again. That's 1. 2. And again, don't tighten these yet. And the last one. And this has got the cable guide basically that keeps the cable that we're pulling in here away from the flywheel. I can already see that's just slightly around. That's it. I think that is, if I get my straight edge again. through the middle. I don't know if you can see that, but it's bang on that mark. So that can get tightened up. Just screwdriver bit there. We just need that slightly up on the cable bit. That's it. About there will do. And if you noticed, I'm not tightening them yet till they're all finger tight. About a quarter of a turn, quarter of a turn, a quarter of a turn. And that, my friends, is our stator plating. All we've got to do now is put our flywheel on, like so. And I can see that is, to me, that is touching. I'll get that off. Surprising how strong these magnets are. That's it. So what I'm going to do is just knock that bracket down, because we've got extra cables in there. It's slightly thicker than it would be, so I'm just going to get a hammer and just use the socket top. Just flatten that out and then try this again. And again, you want the stator plate flywheel to be spotless. That's fine now. I can see that's not rubbing. And it's turning over lovely. So now we've got our washer and our nut. I'm going to need the holding tool and the torque driver. So I'll just get them together and I'll cut back in. Right, so I've got my torque wrench set up. Around 55 pounds, 50 onwards. And of course it's playing silly beggars at the moment. And what we've got to try and do is just basically don't let any of these, probably a bit too loose at the moment, the nut. Let the flywheel holding tool do its job. It's actually trying to lift the engine up. There you go. So that's our flywheel on. Take out the spark plug. Lovely. Turning round lovely. Obviously with these cables we will have to bring out our two yellows will go. If you can imagine this, the frames here, if I show you, we will be putting a regulator in here, 4-wave regulator, rectifier, so that will be on the frame. So our yellows will be a lot shorter. If you can imagine, it's somewhere about there. They will come out of here into here. Like I say, they're a lot shorter anyway, so I'm quite happy with that. It's not moving lovely. Right, what we can do now is put our covers on, which should be up here, and the spring clip. Sometimes I wonder why I put stuff away, because when you try and get it back, it doesn't want to play ball, does it? So I just push these in, turn it, and then what we got is our spring. Put it in on any of them and just rotate around as you do it. Like so. Again, it's get caught on my gloves. Get a screwdriver and just make sure that clip is in. Like so. I'm a bit around on there. That could have gone down a bit more than that, which it probably will do. That's it. Can make sure it's in on there. So, bigger screwdriver will do. That's it. And then all we've got is our cover to go on. So I'll get that out. It should have little M6 bolts. It comes with screws, so I'll use the screws. And what the fun and games is trying to line up all these holes. I'll get one started like so. Don't go too mad on it. Screwdriver. That's it. And try and get the rest of them in. On here. Again, just move them all around till they line up. And the screw goes in the hole. Keep all that out of the way. There we go. Make sure the rubber is in the middle of this as you crush it down. And screw it all the way in to seal your flywheel and stator plate. So that's another job out of the way, and we floated the earth. Phillips screwdriver. That's better. Right, that's sealed, that's done. So that can be just put out the way now. And apart from trying on the exhaust, I think that's the engine more or less done as far as we can. Could do with taking that off again. I used that when I checked if the gearbox wasn't rubbing on the Kickstarter. I would just stick it into first gear. There we go. I only did it up tight enough to rear hub. I did it up tight enough to turn the engine over basically. Still tight. Get on a ratchet. Again, this is stainless steel bolt. And that can go back into our stock, because that's going back on when we put the rear hub on. I've got a complete stainless steel set up for it. Right, I can tidy up now, put my tools away and call that a day. So we've got our flywheel on, quite happy that that's in. It's just basically checking the exhaust and making sure that, I don't know why I'm talking to you while you're looking there, putting on the stub and making sure that the cowling, because this isn't the original cowling that came with it, it was very, very mullered. So I need to make sure the cowling clears the exhaust, and you can put on the exhaust stub anyway. But what I was trying to show people when their battery died on me last time was this beast that we've got. This is the next job after I've put this engine down. Basically we've got a disc brake on here and I need to put shorter studs in, and I'll go through setting this up. I only put these on because I wanted to see that this bracket here would clear the dampers, because what we've got is these and they will be welded on like so, and I'm going to change these to ones with the brackets already built in. But quite happy with that. Rotates freely and just needs undoing, and we have our bare forks again. So I've got the disc brake sorted. What I've been doing the last few days is just sorting out the LED headlight, because we're going to have LED front and back on this scooter. I'm just going to stick the spark plug back in the engine. So I'm going to call that a day on this one. Probably not learnt anything, because we've done this a few times now on our engines. So we've got, if we talk on here again, we turn around and look for our arrow, which is coming up now. That's our firing point there, and that's top dead centre firing point. Bang, gone. Actually that's top dead centre, isn't it? And that's firing point.